Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach the Yuri. And in this video, we are going over my top 12 list of LGBT couples that have been failed by the CW. So let's go. Number 12, Sarah and Nisha from Arrow. Sarah and Nisha were together, then Sarah faked her own death. They found each other again, and then it went nowhere. Now, Nisha is hot, and I would never have pushed her aside for a shot at Oliver. Okay, yeah, she also didn't want to return to the League of Assassins. But come on, it's Nisha. But on a side note, I do really like her with Ava in Legends, so I guess it did kind of work itself out. Number 11, Kevin and Moose from Riverdale. Now, Kevin and Moose have faced one setback after another. Murders around them, insecurities, a fear of coming out, a cult. I mean, it's Riverdale. But after everything the couple went through, they still weren't able to keep their relationship together, which was sad because they really were a cute couple. And poor Kevin has no luck, like his star-crossed love with bad boy from Southside Joaquin, which ended with Joaquin's death, and disastrous fleeing with Fangs that ended over commitment issues. Though right now, they seem to be back together, I guess, in the current season, but don't quote me on that because, again, this is Riverdale. Number 10, Michael and Alex from Roswell, New Mexico. Now, these lovers are off and on again so many times it will make you dizzy. Lovers since high school, Alex's dad broke Michael's hand by hitting it with a hammer when they got caught together when they were younger. Years later, Alex would return to Roswell as a disabled war hero. And Michael is currently dating Alex's best friend from high school, Maria. In a strange twist of fate, Alex was Maria's first kiss and first love. That is until he came out to her in high school. Then she developed feelings for Michael and started sleeping with him even though she knew that Alex was still into him. In a stranger twist of fate, they would all eventually have a threesome, which is, well, kind of dumb. And honestly, a horrible message to put out in the cosmos about bisexuality. I mean, come on, biphobia is a thing, people. But hey, it's the CW. Number 9, Josie and Penelope Park from Legacy. These two dated before the season, or at least season 1, started, and apparently Penelope broke Josie's heart. We learned later in the series that she left Josie because she believed that they would never be able to have a real relationship due to Josie always spending her energy taking care of her twin Lizzie, who Penelope kind of describes as a black hole of time and energy and love that just sucks it all up and never really gives anything back. The two do try to make it work, but of course Penelope leaves school when Josie decides to lose a contest to her twin on purpose just because her twin really wanted to win. It didn't help that Penelope also learned about the eventual fight to the death the twins are destined to do, and that she feared Josie would intentionally lose. They were a very cute couple, and even now I still wish that they would bring Penelope back to the series, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. On a side note, Josie also had a one-sided crush on Hope, as well as a 1-second romance with a vampire named Jade. The girl just doesn't have luck in romance. Number 8, Mary Louise and Nora from The Vampire Diaries. Now, this couple has survived being siphoners in their respective covens and then hunted down, tortured, and disowned, having a romantic relationship for decades through persecution and threat of death, secrets and lies just to make the ultimate sacrifice when trying to get away from vampire hunter Reyna by performing a spell which not only destroyed the vampire-killing Phoenix Sword, but inevitably killed themselves in the process. Number 7. Bess and Lizbeth from Nancy Drew. Bess began a relationship with state police officer and once undercover cop Lizbeth. Now, Lizbeth is sweet, caring, smart, and extremely smitten with Bess. Sadly, Bess pretty much ignored her most of season 1 after they got together, and actually broke up with her near the end of the season when her homophobic aunt hinted that she should leave her. In season 2, Lizbeth still tried to save their relationship by inviting Bess to meet her parents, who had come to town to see their daughter and have dinner. But as Bess does with most things in her life, she screwed Lisbeth over by standing her up, and oddly has shown zero remorse so far in the season about it since. So I guess you can say that Bess kind of buried her own gay in this one. Number 6. Curtis Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, and Paul Holt from Arrow. Curtis's hubby Paul seemed to be very loving. However, his husband would soon divorce Curtis when he refused to stop being Mr. Terrific. Now, there's not a lot I can say about this couple because Arrowverse kind of failed in regard to this relationship, never really giving us insight into or any really lovey-dovey scenes for this couple. And this actually stands as an example of one of the couples the CW has failed the most. Number 5. Alex and Maggie from Supergirl. What can I say about these two? Two hot women who become a slow burn couple, finally getting together, then getting engaged, and then decide to break up for good over one wanting children and the other not. CW, I just refuse to say anything else about this. Number 4, Kate and Sophie from Batwoman. Kate and Sophie were lovers at West Point, but were reported and asked to sign the good old don't ask, don't tell statements. Kate refused and was discharged, but Sophie, who we learned later was influenced by Kate's father Jacob, signed it and denied the relationship, leaving Kate brokenhearted. Fast forward, Kate becomes Batwoman, saves Sophie from her twisted sister Alice, many awkward Kate and Sophie encounters, and currently Kate believed to be dead in a plane crash, and these two seem doomed from the start. Tack on that both Sophie and Kate have gotten it on with Alfred's daughter Julia, and Kate's mini fling with bartender turned girlfriend turned betrayer Regan, and we have enough lesbian drama for its own series. And our new Batwoman Ryan Wilder is not spared from the soapish drama. Ryan and her off-again, on-again girlfriend Angelique have a very toxic relationship. Ryan even went to jail for her. But they do seem to care about each other at least a little, and now Angelique is in jail to protect Ryan. And with Angelique out of the way, it looks like Ryan and Sophie are free to become the next Batwoman romantic couple, though they better not. Number 3, Cheryl and Tony from Riverdale. These two have gone through a bad principal, gang rivalries, the Sisters of Quiet Mercy, a cult, Cheryl's crazy family, and more just to be together. And they seem to be the perfect couple. But this current season has shown that the two broke up after high school graduation, with Cheryl believing she is cursed and doomed to be alone, and Tony pregnant by an undisclosed man, which equals, guys, you guessed it, the CW treatment. Number 2, Mel and Nico from Charmed. Nico, who was a detective, was Mel's first love, and they got together in, well, not the best way. You see, Mel got Nico to cheat and leave her fiance for her. Then Mel's mother died, and her anger caused Nico to break up with her. She would later find out she was a charmed one and get back with Nico, only to have to end their relationship again by erasing Nico's, well, entire life when she becomes a target of demons. Nico would eventually get her memories back and get angry at Mel for erasing her entire existence. But she decides to try again with Mel, only for Mel to stand her up for good by not meeting her at the cafe that they agreed to meet at to work on the relationship. Mel would also have a horrible ending at the end of season 1 with half white lighter, half witch Jada, and in season 2 with magic store owner Kat. Now in season 3, she is currently in a relationship with a woman named Ruby, who is also a witch but hates everything about it. And considering that Mel loves being a witch, I don't really foresee this working out in the long term, but hey, CW. And the number 1 spot goes to Clarke and Lexa from the 100. After teasing these enemies turned frenemies turned lovers forever, the night they finally hooked up, they killed Lexa, angering fans and solidifying the series' rightful place as the best example of kill off your gays trope to date. This was also when I stopped watching the 100 because I mean, guys, who didn't like Clarke and Lexa? If you didn't like them, obviously there was something wrong with you. But I mean, if she had made it through the entire series, then Clarke and the others could have avoided a lot of crap in later seasons. But, you know, CW. And there it is, my top 12 LGBT couples that have been failed by the CW. What do you think? Leave me a comment below and let me know. And also, if you have any favorite couples that I may have left off my list, please leave that in the comments below as well. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe and like this video, then it's pretty simple to do. Just click here and here. And please don't forget to give a thumbs up before you go. Until the next video, bye guys!